better for anybody wey dey hear my voice this morning. Jejely without wasting much of our time, make we check wetin our daily newspapers dey talk this morning wey be 10th July 2023. The first newspaper wey we get today na the Guardian newspaper, and the Odogwu tori there talk say list of ministers, 5 ex-governors take low grants wey be pipo wey no too be politicians but get more technical skills in one or two sectors, na dem dey lead Tinubu 42-man cabinet. Dis tori dey on page 6 inside the Guardian newspaper. Other tori talk say Tinubu don become ECOWAS chamo, say im dey committed to democracy for the sub-region. Dis tori dey on page 3 inside the Guardian newspaper. Other tori dey talk say Ohanaeze don come out to talk say pipo hire Ekpa just to destabilize Southeast, frustrating Nnamdi Kanu release and to enrich himself. Dis tori dey on page 7 inside the Guardian newspaper. Another tori wey we get here na terrorists don kpai 231 persons in Mangu Council. Check page 8 inside the Guardian newspaper too. With that tori, that go be all for the Guardian newspaper. Make we match break, enter the next paper wey we get. Match break, check the next paper wey be Punch newspaper. For the Punch newspaper, the big story there cap say ministerial appointment. National Assembly dey wait for the nominees as Tinubu don send list to DSS, EFCC and others. The Omokirikiri tori talk say head of service don reshuffle secretaries ahead of ministers' arrival. Come order make dem resume work on Tuesday. Permanent secretaries don write letter to Gbajabiamila, Akume, security chiefs, others based on redeployment. You go get dis story on page 2 inside the Punch newspaper. Presidency, I work against Atiku. Na Fayose dey cap dis story and e dey on page 20 inside the Punch newspaper. Adamu, NWC members don dey on collusion course over APC account audit. All dis wahala story dey on page 7 inside the Punch newspaper. NDLEA don arrest Delta church workers, 6 drugs in states. Dis story dey on page 4 and 5 inside the Punch newspaper. On top the Punch newspaper, cost of living, more Nigerians fit join Japa trend as hardship don dey worse day by day. The tori still dey talk say subsidy removal, rising inflation dey threa ten means wey pipo take dey get small choppings to take care of their body and other things for house. 9 million pipo push into poverty. Dis stories dey on page 2 inside the Punch newspaper. Tinubu don become ECOWAS chamo, say make members fight against coup. You go get dis story on page 7 inside the Punch newspaper. And that go be all for the Punch newspaper. Make we still check the next paper wey be the Vanguard newspaper. And the big tori there cap say governments of former presidos must give account for $5 billion Abacha loot. The small tori there talk say Federal High Court don order the administrations of former presidos Obasanjo, Yar'Adua, Jonathan, Buhari to account for looted funds wey dem send back. Serap tell Tinubu to obey the court order. All dis story you go find dem on page 5 inside the Vanguard newspaper. Buhari no dey for exile. Im don congratulate Tinubu for becoming ECOWAS chamo according to Buhari homeboy. And you go get the tori on page 8 inside the Vanguard newspaper. 200% increase in tuition fees go make plenty students become dropouts according to NAAT. And if you know who dem be, check page 13 inside the Vanguard newspaper. Curfew as 12 persons don kpai in fresh attack on Plateau communities. The tori dey on page 6 for inside Vanguard newspaper. PIA administrative challenges, poor funding, others dey hinder implementation. The tori na from investigation o. If you wan know pipo wey dey do dis investigation, check page 9 inside the Vanguard newspaper. Benue, number of pipo wey don kpai for inside Ukum LG attack don hit 30. Governor Alia APC condemn bloodbath. Dis story dey on page 6 inside the Vanguard newspaper. When government just find a way end these killings, na human being dem dey kill o, no be animal o here o. With dat tori, we no get other headlines for inside the Vanguard newspaper. Make we check our last newspaper for today wey be Daily Trust newspaper. And Odogwu tori there cap say why local rice price still dey go up. Na millers and farmers dey try explain dis one. Below the headline dey still dey cap say blame corruption, inadequate party supply, poor irrigation. Dey come dey seek for subsidy from FG. Tinubu must do something o. Na citizens dey talk dis one. We supported 4.57 million farmers according to CBN. All dis tori dey on page 4 inside Daily Trust newspaper. Tinubu don emerge as ECOWAS chairman. Im come dey advocate for regional counter-terrorism. Dey don recover 15 bodies while dey don burn 72 houses in Plateau. Na Makiban dey cap dis one. If you wan know wetin be Makiban, check page 7 inside Daily Trust newspaper. Amoketun don kill Sokoto butcher for inside Oyo State. Wetin the guy do dem na? With dat tori, we don come to the end of today's newspaper review. My name still be Sola. Una good morning.